Okay. All right. Okay. I think we're live now, guys. Let's see here. Watching a playback of me. What is up? Oh man, we're really live. This is my first time going live on YouTube, so you'll have to bear with me. Still getting my bearings on it. I haven't done a live broadcast of any kind in many years, so cool. What is up? So I'm looking off to camera right to see my live chats, because I'm going to start showing the I'm going to do what I was working on. What I hope works is to show the desktop of Central Dispatch as I'm logged in looking for loads, because I'm still looking for loads. I don't know if you are, but hopefully Brandon is still with us. Days of Bliss, what's up? And Big Rob, thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. And I appreciate everybody that tunes into Auto Transport Intel. Nobody really wants to be a dispatcher all the time, maybe sometimes, but it's just it's a crazy thing. I got a thumbs up from Days of Bliss, so I appreciate that. Okay, so I like to cut to the chase. So let's go ahead and log into Central. And can I get a thumbs up if you're seeing my desktop? Also, I want to mention that I think I'm going to try and take a couple calls. Now, I'm not yet giving out my phone number. Let's go back to the... Let's see, I'm still getting used to this. I'm not yet going to give out, a phone number to do that, because I want to make sure that we do this, in some kind of reasonable fashion. But if you email me, autotransportintel@gmail.com, and if you can give me, a route you're booking, where you're at, where you're going to, what you're trying to figure out, a question about. Also, I don't want to name names of brokers or people or companies per se, unless it's in a general fashion. But I will try to give the best real advice that I can, because I know that early on I needed plenty of good advice, and now I'm that guy that has, I just have a lot of information about this stuff, whether I like it or not. So email me. Oh, cool. Big Rob. Awesome. It's working. Okay, cool. So email me a question and your phone number, and I'll try to give you a call through Google Voice. Okay. All right. So I'm going to show you what I'm working on. And if I don't hear from anybody, that's fine. I'll just keep going. That's cool. And my goal is to do this every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Central, for 1 hour. I chose Tuesday because I don't think there's anything going on Tuesday. Monday Night Football was last night, and I will tell you, I'm in Kansas City, so the Chiefs were on, and it was pretty cool. It's awesome to see the Chiefs win. I'm not used to it. So, and if they're losing, I just work on dispatching or something else. So, and I was editing video today all day. I've got a new video coming out. I had a great interview with a company, and I hope to get to, I had a great carrier compliance. Oh, that's pretty cool. There's a Facebook notification. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Surge, the car hauler, was live earlier today. It blows me away how drivers make so many miles in one day. I'm sure to a driver, it's second hand. They don't even think about it. But I think Surge was in Springfield yesterday morning. He got to Pennsylvania, and he's already going to be in Springfield here in, I think, a couple hours. So it kind of blows me away, the way drivers, just keep going. So if you're a driver and I don't know, you're bedded down for the night and you're tuning in. I appreciate it. I know you guys have busy days. And I've actually got over there, I've got an ELD unboxed that I'm going to make a video of. It's a Stone Ridge EZ ELD. And I hope to get other ELDs from other companies so I can check them out, try them out. Stone Ridge was cool enough to just send me one, let me give it a test run. I'm going to make a video about it, and I mean, I don't know what to expect. Maybe I'll like it. What if I like it? That'd be crazy. I don't think they're a good idea. I'm just going to say it. I don't think it's a good idea. I think it forebodes badly for the future of technology just coming in and telling us what to do. You know, like a robot's going to come in here in a minute and tell me the show's, you know, not good and that I've got to hurry it up. You know, I don't know. I just... Okay, that's my personal opinion. And I'm going to... I'm going to try to get on with this. All right, let's look for cars. All right, they're great. There's my desktop. That's just great. Let's look for cars. Okay, there is my... You can see I'm kind of giddy. This is exciting doing this. Okay, let's take a look and let's do a search here. I've been watching Houston all day, and I don't like what I see. You know, it's interesting about Central Dispatch. So many, yes, I call it the #1 load board because I keep hoping that they'll hear me say that and then, like, make it better for me. I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and pick. I'm doing 100 miles around Beaumont because here's the deal, is that the driver's going to be in Houston at the end of the day tomorrow. And I watched all day long. I saw very little stuff that I liked. And I know that if I book too early, then I'm going to keep getting phone calls. Did he pick it up? Did he pick it up? We're going to have to take that load away from you. And if I don't book anything, then suddenly I'm in a crunch and I'm booking garbage. It's that dance and it never ends. So I'm doing Beaumont because I'm thinking Houston and some Louisiana, Lake Charles, you know, western Louisiana. And I got to get back to Houston. Not Houston. I'm in Houston. I got to get back to Ohio. And I'm not the biggest fan of showing you guys where I need to book to. You know, but there's so many drivers out there, I'm just not going to worry about it right now. So, Houston to Ohio. This is not an easy... Coming out of Houston's always difficult. I don't know why that is. I've been booking Texas for years. And, in fact, I think for a while, I think my nickname was like Dr. Texas or something. Texas is hard. It's like several other states that you've just got to know. Florida is like that. California is like that. I guess maybe it's when it's a bigger state that could be its own country. Maybe that's when you're dealing with a different kind of animal. But it seems like so many cars are coming to Texas. And, hey, Brandon, you made it. All right. And I don't think I have any emails, and that's fine. Again, if you want to send me an email and have me look at your dispatch route, autotransportintel@gmail.com. Alright, so there's so many cars coming into Texas, but there aren't as many coming out, and if there are, the rate that they came in for seems to cut in half when you want to leave. So it's disappointing. I have found that actually I can do pretty well coming out of Houston, Austin, and San Antonio, and Dallas if I'm quick, but Houston is, I liken it to, it's almost like a wheel of fortune, and as that wheel spins, the loads that are listed just spit out randomly. Florida, California, Utah, Ohio, Tennessee, Oklahoma. It's very hard to find, you know, Oklahoma, Arkansas. That's just been what I found. All right, that's a lot of to do, Jay. So let's get into it. Okay, Beaumont, Alabama, Arkansas. I'm not going to pick Florida and I'm not going west. I feel like Iowa, you can kind of just get stuck up in Iowa and Nebraska coming out of Texas. I'm not going to search Louisiana because then half of my results will be Texas, Louisiana. I'm certainly not going to search Texas when it's just Houston. I'm going to throw in Michigan. I'm just going to go ahead and throw in Mississippi, Missouri, New York, North Carolina. And I also realize, you know, this is a little bit of a different show. Mine is probably more boring / educational, which is ironic because that's not, I don't know, it's not what I'm always into either, but since dispatching is such a pain in the neck, I don't say a lot of good things about dispatching. I'm not even sure why. I never imagined I would make a show about dispatching. But here we are, man. We're stuck together on this thing. And I guess that's why it's fun, because you're stuck with me. Okay. On a 3-car wedge, I'm going to do a maximum of the number of cars, because I don't want to see full loads. I don't want to see 6 at a time. And I don't want to see anything good that I can't have. I don't want that. Nobody wants that. Okay, also, because this is Houston, right now, and actually I do this all the time with Houston, I want to say this about Hurricane Harvey. I feel terrible about what has happened to people in Houston through Hurricane Harvey. It's terrible, and I certainly don't want to make light out of moving cars in and out on behalf of those folks. But when I'm dispatching, I try to just think of the load itself, and I can't think of the people too much. I don't want to be heartless, but I know my drivers, they're still thinking about the dollars and what they need to do business-wise, so I can't move cars for free. And I don't need to make $1 million on every car. But I can't go under 35 cents a mile on a car, otherwise we're all losing money. So really 35 cents a mile is as low as I'll look for, which I know is going to disappoint some brokers. See, there I did it. Okay. Some brokers are going to list cars for 20 cents a mile, and they're just going to do it. And I can't stop them, but I don't like it. If it's not paying more than 20 cents a mile, then nobody should do it. Ooh, here we go. That's interesting. Rockford, Illinois. Chevy pickup. This will be a return truck. This will be a return truck. What does that mean? This will be a return truck. What's up, David Williams? Hey, Brendan and David know each other. Awesome, man. Oh, I should say something on chat. What's up? Thanks for tuning in. So, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to check the live stream too. I'm using a tool called, this is pretty cool, Open Broadcast. Okay, obsproject.com. Open Broadcaster software. I just found out about this the other day, and I wish that I could. Oh, that's interesting. I wish that I could have the camera in the corner with the screen capture. I hope to figure that out. This is my first time using Open Broadcaster software, but it was pretty easy to set up. I just copied the link from, so YouTube gives you a stream server link. Anyways, not that everybody wants to know all this technicality stuff, but it is interesting. It wasn't that hard to set up. And YouTube, what YouTube allows you to do in the dashboard is pretty cool. Okay, I like this Nissan Rogue, but I hate when it says stuff like that. I realize that it is a weekend delivery only. That stuff is so disappointing, though. That's why it's still sitting there. I saw 2 Ford Escapes earlier today from Houston to Kansas City. Would have gone perfect with the Nissan Rogue. But as also happens, when I see good loads out of Houston, usually, if I like it, usually I call it, and that phone is already either busy, it's already been dispatched, and I'm pretty fast too. I mean, I sit here all day. I got all these computer screens. I chain myself to the desk and make a lot of coffee, and I still could not beat some of the callers today, which I think means that there are plenty of folks taking advantage of the what's it called? The load notifications off of Central Dispatch. I'm actually really curious. Hey Jay, anybody else video lagging? Yeah, I am. So we got some video lag. Okay, that's interesting. I got a message here that says stream health. Oh, it's yellow? I don't know. I haven't seen that before. I don't know if it's should be green or yellow, but that's good to know. Keep putting the feedback. That really helps me. What's up, Cristiano? So I'm looking off camera because I've got my other screen here, which has my live stream stuff. Oh, but you can't see me anyways because I was showing the Central Dispatch desktop. So if you're just tuning in, this is my first live stream on YouTube. It's not the first live stream I've ever done, but it is the first I've done in a while. It's the first for Car Hauling Dispatcher, and I hope you are enjoying my videos. I've been learning Camtasia like on the fly every day, and it's amazing. Some of these video programs, like when I started doing video when dinosaurs were around, you needed video mixers, and it was actually the original first thing I learned was splicing film. So in fact, I just want to mention, when people say film recording today, no, nobody film records anymore. There's no more film. Well, there is some film, but like I saw a headline on CNN, somebody was filming something, and I thought, no, nobody was filming anything actually. They were recording. Okay. All right, so let's keep going. I'm gonna refresh. It is better now. All right, that's cool. Well, there's nine people. I don't know if the number of people affects the stream or what. Now, what in the heck is this, man? I didn't see that earlier. Where's this? Let's click that view route button. Isn't it fun when you see a load that actually interests you? It's like, it's pretty cool. That's interesting. Let's see here. Get the look on the interstate there. That's interesting, man. If no answer, Eastern Standard Time. What the? Okay. This is brand new. That's why it's highlighted. So you pick up the phone immediately, right? Pick up the phone. Now, hopefully nobody else is booking out of Houston right now, because if any of my viewers get to my load before me, man, if you do book this load ahead of me, please put it in the chat line. That'd be helpful. All right, so when you call to book a load, right, I know I've talked about this, and I tell this to all dispatchers. I mean, you got to know, you have to know what you're talking about, right? You know that. Man, so we got an in-op. I can't take 3 trucks. Houston, oh, New Caney. Okay, it's going to voicemail. Okay, he says text if no answer, so. Hey, I'm calling about a load on Central, ID Ram Silver, Texas to PA. Looks like 2 trucks. Feel free to give me a call back, and I'll send you a text also. All right, thanks so much. Bye-bye. I had a fellow dispatcher always make fun of me for, like, every time I leave a message, I hit I hit pound. I never want to hang up before the automated message stops talking because I'm afraid my message isn't going to get through. And the joke's on me because even if I do leave a message, that you don't get called back, right? That load is gone. So what's the point of leaving a message? All right, I'm going to try and send a text. So what I do, I also have Google Voice open. So I'm going to go ahead and 304, send him a text, and he says text if no answer. Text. I'm just going to write Texas PA Ram Silver. Still, I'm going to say it's still available. Texas PA Ram Silver still available. All right. And I sent off a text. All right, cool. And again, you can, I know you couldn't see me do that. You can, but I needed the screenshot. I have a square on my face. Interesting. That's interesting. Okay. Good to know. So, I think that is the, let's see here. I'll have to figure it out. So I have a square on my face. No big deal. Note to self. Square on face. I see your shirt. You have I don't have merchandise. A driver gave me this shirt, and I didn't think I'd ever do. In fact, I didn't do anything with it. My buddy Don, what do we got? See your shirt. If you're new, how do you get them to give you a load? Yeah, man, good question. That's a lot more important than the shirt. I do want to get some merchandise, though. I do want to do that. I mean, who doesn't? Everybody wants merch. Everybody wants to say merch. So how do you get a load? This is David's question. It's a great question. This is actually in the top best questions. Is what we used to do is you do your darndest to get some positive ratings. When you're under 10, that square is pretty weird on my face. I wish I could get away from it, but I don't think I can. So I'll have to fix that for the next video. But for now, just think of it as artwork. Get as many positive ratings as you can. It doesn't matter how you get them. Just get them. Everybody, even if you don't haul a car for somebody, just say, listen, sorry the load didn't work out. Can you give me a positive rating? I'll give you one back. You just call somebody randomly. Hey, I'm working on building my ratings. I don't know. Whatever it takes. But I know you need those positive ratings because when you're under 20 positive ratings, that's when you're at a severe disadvantage. The first 10 are hard to get, and 11 through 20, you get excited because you're almost there. Once you're at 20, and that's no joke because Metrogistics actually, I don't know, they used to consider 20 their benchmark. Cars Arrive used to be 6 months. If you were younger than 6 months, you could not get a load. You could not be signed up with them. Yeah, that square is bugging the heck out of me now that I see it. So I think the key is to know which load boards to sign up with. In fact, I think Cars Arrive is not listing everything on Central Dispatch anymore. Oh, by the way, let's refresh. Always remember to refresh to see the new stuff. Now, by the way, this one, This is new too. Now, I'm watching Houston. I don't know what anyone else... There you go. Friends can give one. Yeah, man. Exactly. Friends can give you a positive rating. I don't think there's any authority at Central Dispatch that's going to look into where you got your ratings. I've never heard of that. But it could happen. You know, if you got 30 ratings in one day and somebody noticed and had a problem with you, that maybe it could be a problem. But I just don't think the ratings, and we know this too, on the converse, is that if you're having a problem with a broker and they got crappy ratings and you got perfect ratings and they don't want to pay you, you know how it is. You feel like you're just totally alone out there. So what good are the ratings? But yet, when you're trying to get a load and you have 5 ratings and a broker says, well, you're brand new, well, now you're at a disadvantage. And why? I've worked with drivers that have hauled for years, and for whatever reason, now they have a new company with no ratings. Or what about brokers that change their company name and they shut down because of, you know, funny stuff, right? Okay, I do have a square on my face. All right. Well, does anybody have a anybody want me to check a route for them? Again, if you want me to, you can send me an email, autotransportintel@gmail.com, or just put it in the chat what route you want me to check, and we can talk about it. So that load that I texted about is available. That's really interesting. So, let's go into a dispatch moment. These are the moments. This is why I make this, these videos. Okay, here's a dispatch moment. I called this load. I'm interested in it. He said it's available. So now I'm looking at, all right, it's 8:20 Central Time. Do I really want that load? If I do really want that load, do I want to try and make phone calls now? Will that be a hassle? It looks like the folks are Eastern Time, which means it's 9:20 for them. I don't think there's any need for me to go through the motions. But look what I learned from texting. You guys know this. Texting, I think it's a lot different. When I started dispatching, which was, I don't know, a little over 5 years ago. I know it's not a long time, but when you dispatch every day, it feels like an eternity. Texting wasn't that common. Emailing wasn't that common. And now it's extremely common. But the act of doing it, I mean, any load you're interested in, text them, call them, email them, be persistent, make offers, because you never know what will happen. Alright, let's go back into, let's see if there's anything else. So cool. So I found something I kind of like. That's pretty cool. And I know also the guy said 8 a.m. Eastern Time. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna be early to that. I was booking a guy. That's really weird. Am I gonna get the square again? So I was booking a guy out of Florida. This is a few years ago, and he was in Miami, and it's like Miami's like Houston, because maybe tougher, because there's only one way to go, right? It's not like you have a lot of options, so it's really competitive. Low rates, getting a profitable load is hard, and that was when I was at my desk before 7 a.m. And I was a young dispatcher, and I still, even then, learned and knew to be there, right away. And I know I sat there till after 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. That's what it took to get that guy out of Miami. Okay, I did see this. I like this Rockford load. I'm going to hit view. I still don't understand what he means by this will be a return truck. Anybody know what that means? This will be a return truck. This message is held. What the heck? Hey, man. I just want to say I love good comedy just as much as you do. So, okay. Whoop that ass. See? Oh, great. Now YouTube's going to shut this down, dude. That's just great. I just lost all my monetization. That's a joke. Can you check Florida to New Jersey? Yeah, sure. Let's do that. That's a great idea. Because I'm tired of staring at Houston. But you know what? It's really hard for me to close a window without checking it. And this, like, new Long Island stuff is depressing to see, because I don't know anybody that goes there. Great, another truck to go with my other trucks. I need, like, a smart car. Who doesn't, right? Hey, who wants a commercial break? Let's take a commercial break.
Years now, you've been hearing that the DOT's regulations for hours of service recording would make paper logbooks
can you
obsolete.
hear that?
Well, the time to get ready for those regulations is now.
Is that the audio
CFA,
really
the
low?
enforcement and
Can you guys hear
compliance
that?
system for the trucking industry
I'm gonna
is
text.
already changing the game, and carriers are installing
hear
electronic onboard recorders, or EOBRs, to improve their CSV
hard to
scores.
know. Oh.
Both fleets and owner-operators
Say it
will
ain't
need simple,
so.
cost-effective solutions that will
Alright,
allow them to
Dave.
meet the new requirements.
Don't you love
And that's
incongruous
exactly what
audio?
VDO Road Log
I do.
was designed to do.
Okay.
Allow drivers and fleets to record their hours of service and other key
Hey, that's
compliance
a
data
IEEE
quickly,
1394
easily, and
jack.
affordably. For
Nah,
a
it's
huge
by,
number of fleets and owner-operators,
that's probably,
VDO Road Log is
that's
going to be
USB.
the perfect
Yeah, that's USB.
EOBR solution.
So you got, yeah, that's an
It's
interesting
affordable,
console.
It's easy to install.
Sitting on the dash.
It's easy to operate.
Doesn't look
and
very
it requires
big.
no monthly fees.
It doesn't look very
Road Log captures all the
intrusive.
data necessary for compliance, and it has a built.
Alright, you know what? We should make our own audio. Like, hey, you ever wish you didn't have to pull this little piece of paper out of this machine to prove that you are in compliance? Well, now you have to. Welcome to VDO eLogs and your right to no longer be in control of your destiny. That's right. Just climb into your truck and press all these little buttons, and then the thing will tell you that you're wrong. So then you're going to have to press this button, and then press another button. And after that, press another button. That's right. You get to wake up every morning and keep pressing buttons. One of these days, you'll be able to get back on the road and then hand your piece of paper to a guy. And he'll take the piece of paper, and then he'll press a button. That's right. Or you can use a USB drive and hand it to him, and then he'll press a button. Then he presses a button, you press another button, everybody starts pressing more buttons, and then they wait. And then they wait, and then they look at the little lines to make sure you're not lying. That's right, you could be lying about your little lines. But not anymore. Now that we have ELD, we can make sure you can't lie about your little lines anymore. And we're going to look at each little line to make sure that the little lines add up to a big line. And if that big line is too big, then you're in trouble. And if you get in trouble, you're going to have to press another button. And after you press that button, we're going to shut your truck down. That's right. These little lines tell us everything you do. And once they tell us what you do, then you can go back to square one pressing buttons. So remember, when you're out there pressing buttons, those little lines are going to tell every bit of the story. Thank you for playing Press Another Button. You have a great day.
It's number 3 on the list of leading global suppliers.
Alright. That was kind of fun, though. You know, it's kind of like, it's almost like freestyle rapping. All right, let's go ahead and check Florida to New Jersey. Let's do that. Right? That's really weird the way the camera does that. Did anybody else enjoy that? That ELD, you know, fun with ELD, freestyle rap poetry. I thought it was pretty fun. Okay. Man, Jay, can we please search already? So I always duplicate windows. That way, I don't close windows. I save bottle caps and I keep windows open. All right. How many units we looking for? Florida to New Jersey. How many units? I'm gonna start with all until you tell me otherwise. That's the safest bet. And by default, I'm just gonna do 5 days. 5 days is, pretty reasonable. I'm gonna leave my 35 cents a mile in there because, again, I do not want to see a broker posting 20 cents a mile. Because it makes me unhappy. Oh, I forgot to change my pickup. All right, here we go. So you hit the. I've learned this. Hit this deal to clear it out, right? Otherwise, you're typing against yourself. I don't know what city. Oh, there we go. Christiana says, and then what? Let's see. What city? All right. For now, I'm just going to do Florida. Florida 2. Now, New Jersey's pretty specific. I say we look at the map. What do we got up there? Let's do Delaware, PA, NJ, MA. It's always good to open it up because you might see something that you didn't realize was a good idea. What did I say? FL? No. I said NJ. I said Maryland. I said Jersey. And I said PA. Okay. Alright, there we go. Alright. So, let's see here. Panama City. I'm pretty sure that's going to be too far west. That's a difficult city to book. Yeah. Panama City. I mean, that's rare. I don't even know if I've ever booked out of Panama City. Delaware. Oh, yeah. Thanks, man. Thank you, MEV. Delaware. And then maybe after this we can play Civilization. We can all decide which city to attack. Anybody play Civilization? Best game ever. Alright, so Miami. Okay, yep, 39 cents a mile. Now, we know we're looking for, we don't want to do onesies, twosies. We might have to. But right off the bat, I'm looking for, oh man. And here's a trailer. This is where, I don't know if you, I don't know if you're signed up with Cars Arrive. Are you signed up with Cars Arrive, Cristiano? You should be. If you're a 9-car hauler, you need all of the brokers you can get. Let's just do Northeast. Oh man. So yeah, that's weird the way the camera does that, but 9-car haulers are tough. I think it's, it kind of gets me every time. I don't like blank screens. Blank screens means no money. Yeah. Full, So what I do is, alright, I kind of go back to square one with a 9-car. I know you're in Florida, but let's start, again, let's duplicate a window. Let's go, first let's figure out who's got full loads, alright? Let's start with that. Let's do a little homework. Okay, let's do all to all. Let's do open carrier. Let's do 7 to all. Let's do 7 days. I know this is going to be a little crazy. Oh yeah, you know what? We got to change that minimum because it's a full load. That's right. let's just do... Alright, I'm going to get crazy. I'm going to do 0.25. Because full loads are totally different from regular loads. Alright, see, now we're going to see, we've got 633 all to all, and we're going to see who's got full loads. Pretty cool, right? Metro, Colony, CJC, and we're just going to start to scroll through, and we're going to start to take note. Who's got full loads? I mean, already we're kind of learning a couple things. Central Valley Trans is a good company to get in with. Man, they move a lot. Find out what it takes to sign up with them. Although that's California, so you know what? Disregard what I just said. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go to southeast, to northeast, and let's do the full load search there. Supreme, I knew it. I wish I'd said it before I hit search. Supreme, Supreme, Supreme. So you need to go to supremeautotransportinc.com. You need to talk to Doug. You need to find out what it's going to take to get in with him to move loads. Why choose Supreme? I think these guys have their own app, too. I know they have their own trucks. At least I think I know that. Owner-operator information. Yeah, here you go. Supreme. Contractor request for payment. Request a quote. I would just contact him. Cristiano, you want to call this guy tomorrow. If you haven't already talked to Supreme, you need to call them tomorrow. Find out what it takes to get signed up, and do the same thing with these guys. And then find out, okay, so he's got Baltimore loads. That's interesting. Find out if he's got anything in Florida. Do the same thing here. So that's the deal, is that I think I'm right. It's going to do that crazy thing again. I think I'm right about this, is that I think that when you're a full load 9-car, 10-car stinger, that you have to really work to create the relationships with brokers, whereas when you're a 3-car, 4-car, 5-car, you can just, eat off the load boards one by one. Cool. Awesome. I hope that works out for you. That's awesome. And I would also recommend, there are other companies that, like Crown Logistics, I think it was Crown Logistics, that also does full loads in that area. Let's do another search. Let's do south, northeast, northeast, southeast, south. I mean, you probably would go to the Midwest if it paid good. So let's do that one. I'm surprised United Road wasn't on that list, but they might have so many trucks now. I don't know. All right, Colony, CJC, Car Freight. Okay, there's United Road. I'm not familiar with that one. There's Crown Auto Logistics. Yep, and okay, Tommy, I don't know. I used to know another guy over there, but same thing. And what's cool is, you get signed up with Crown, Supreme, and then you just call them every day. That's what I did. I basically would call them every morning or end of the day or both. Email them, call them, text them, and they start to know who you are, and then they start to call you. Even though you may never even have hauled for them, but your persistence will speak volumes. So, if I get a Ram 3500 with a 5-car trailer, do you need a CDL? Oh man, these questions. I'm glad you asked. I'm trying to learn this part, and so full disclosure, I don't know the specifics. But, okay, see, I know other drivers are going to know this. If I get a Ram 3500 with a 5-car, I'm going to say, yeah, probably. The reason I think that is CDLs seem to improve your weight allowance. So if you had a Ram 3500 with a 3-car trailer, and you knew your weight limit, you would not have to have a CDL. I believe that's the case. But if you're going to have a 5-car trailer, yeah. And I hope that somebody will put in the chat whether or not a Ram 3500 with a 5-car is a good idea, or if you should really look up to a tractor. Because I think when you get to a 5-car, I think you get into what? Horsepower, torque, and just reliability. You start needing something bigger than a pickup truck. I think that's true. I know a Ram 3500, I mean, that's a great truck. Let's see what else we got here. Okay. If you want them, I'll hold them for you. Oh, cool. The guy texted me again. Man, that's awesome. If you want them, I will hold them for you. I'm interested, but driver asking for more on the rate. Also, are they run and drive? Who enjoys watching me text? Go ahead and put it in the chat. I'm interested, but drivers asking for more on the rate. Always ask for more money. Always. Always ask for more money. I know. There's plenty of times I haven't. Listen, when you're trying to get out of Houston, don't ask for more money, because click. Okay. So, and you know what's interesting too, I have found when I'm looking for full loads, is that I never actually call to book the full load, but man, whoa, Jacksonville, wait a minute. Did you see this one? Cristiano, did you see this? I hate the way it's doing that. Cristiano, did you see the Metrogistics load? 42 cents a mile per car, Jacksonville to Augusta. So do you have a Twic? And if you don't, get one, man. Let's see, what else we got here? 3500 doesn't have the weight rating. No. Does anyone know of a good CDL school, and how much should I expect to spend? Man, that's another one. I hope someone gives a good answer to that. I don't know. There are CDL schools, and you can I'm pretty sure you can just Google for that, but a good recommendation would go a long way, because I don't know, I don't have a recommendation for that. Does anybody else have a route they want me to check? And what we're going to do is, it's 8:41, and everybody knows stop when you're ahead, which means I should have stopped about 20 minutes ago. But I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream at 9 o'clock, just for the sake of sanity. But I really appreciate people sticking with me. That is very cool. That is really, really cool. Oh, I do see the square. Now that's interesting. When I turn my head, no square. What's up with that? Yeah, it's got to be a setting. Let's see if we can figure it out. Let's go ahead and do that right now. You know? Framing off. Time lapse is off. Framing grid's off. That's weird. Send feedback. Yeah, I hate the square. Okay. Flicker reduction, auto. Well, I can't figure it out, man. Oh well. That's irritating. Huh. Oh, you know what? I probably, because I'm not... Let's see, what if I hit the record? Okay, I'm recording. The square is gone. Oh no, I'm on video camera. That was a... Oh, that was the still camera. Check that out. I mean, I didn't figure it out, but I got a workaround, and man, sometimes a great workaround is really the best. All right. I see 3500 with a 4 to 5 trailer a lot here in Georgia. Gone. Hey, how's it going? Hey, good. What's up, Alexander? You don't need a school. Get the book. Yeah. You know, and I think that's too, I think that's the truth too, is that I think a lot of people don't even bother with going to a school. They just, you know, like anything else, you just take a test, right? Learn it, take the test, don't pay somebody else, you know, like everybody, you need to stuff your dollar bills in your computer right now for the car hauling dispatcher. No, just, you know, you can pick this stuff up. Okay, Metrogistics, that was cool. That was cool checking Florida to New Jersey. Right, face recognition. Great. Great, now ELD has my face. That's just great. Who wants to go back to an ELD commercial? Nobody. That is ridiculous. Alright, hey, I'm going to check Houston again. I would love to hear... I would love to check a load for somebody. No kidding. 2018. Oh, man. 2018. I hate hauling new cars, man. All right. You know what's interesting is I just hauled for him. All right, I'm going to text him. I'm going to text him and ask him if 401-862-4131. Okay, let's see. Load ID. All right, load ID 01618. Texas, Alabama, C-Class. Do you have any more units? Do you have any more units on this route? Okay. So I just sent another text. And because if he has 3 units, I could book that. I could also put that with my, let's see here. Can I go to Tuscaloosa on the way to PA? Pretty sure. Shoot, yeah, man. Oh my God, it's a straight shot. All right. Now is where we start checking. You know what? I've noticed on this on these information blobs, they're not right half the time. All right. Well, okay, these might all be right. I don't know. Whatever. All right, so let's see here. Length. Wait, is that right? 184 inches. Is that right? Dang, that's tiny. I like tiny. It's like a toy car. Is that their smallest class? Let's do specs. Specs. Overview. I hate it when it's hard. That's weird the way it's doing that. I hate it when it's hard to... Oh, no, now we're back to this crazy stuff. Oh, there we go. I hate it when it's hard to find the specs. It's pain. Just, you know, spit it out. But I know that, you know, the average customer... All right, here we go. I've had enough of this. Let's go back. Let's find... I want the length. because I'm... Alright, maybe I'm on the wrong site. Let's try a different site. Here we're driving CA. Oh, so the C-Class is a coupe. That's pretty cool. What's he talking about? Written test. Oh, check Georgia to Miami. 3 tests and a back-end with a road test. Awesome, David. Dude. David, will you please join me for my live shows in the... you've been really helpful, man. I appreciate it. In fact, honestly, everybody, I just want to say... I want to say to the group, I want to say to everybody actually in here right now, we got 10 watching. I think we had about 8 pretty much the whole time, and I really appreciate your interaction and your feedback, your participation. It really does help. It makes the process more fun. I think that if I could have an audience while I dispatch all the time, that actually would be pretty fun. So I think we'll go live. No, we're not going to do that. One thing I have is a problem. People posting inoperable cars as operable, but when you get there, they're totally... They're totaled. Anybody having this issue? Yeah, Alex, it happens every day. And this is actually why brokers wonder why drivers talk about them all the time and talk smack, per se. No, man. You know what? It's unbelievable, isn't it? And is it the customers not telling them? Although, if it's at a Copart, dude, aren't you like juiced in with the customer? That's why what I was doing, and I don't know if you can do this anymore. That's right, I'm full of useless info. That is not true, David. Coparts... you used to be able to... I had to log in, and I would look at the pictures. So I'd be on the phone with the broker. I'd be like, yeah, so, yeah, Nissan Versa. Ready to go tomorrow? Yeah, what's the lot number on that? And they, they might maybe just hand it over, but I would get it. I need the... Yeah, well, my driver needs the lot number before I can, I can put a phone in my hand. You know what a phone looks like. So I need the lot number before I can book that. And so I'd be on the phone and I'd put in the lot number and I'd be looking at pictures of the car while I'm on the phone with the broker. And that's how I would make my decision, because I knew they weren't going to tell me that the whole left side was all smashed in and that the tire was on the roof and, they still had the mannequin dummies, stuck to the side of the car. It's amazing. Oh, yeah, no, it runs and drives. Yeah, just for you. Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, Alex, every day. That's why you have to, if you are too busy, find somebody, anybody, a family member, a nephew, that can make phone calls and learn how to sniff out the magic. And that's actually why I make this show, to try and help give some tips of what it takes to get through all the garbage that brokers accidentally, who knows how it happens, are putting on Central Dispatch without a conscience. Okay, but I hate it too, man. I do, but try and laugh about it. No, that's not going to work. It sucks. It really does suck. And I've talked to plenty of brokers that are great brokers. There really are some great brokers out there. There's some crappy drivers out there. So, right? Unfortunately, there's crappy dispatchers. Oh my gosh. I know there are crappy dispatchers because I have worked alongside, and in fact, I've trained some crappy dispatchers. So, it's just a tough business. Alright, we only got a few minutes left here. I want to, Mevo, if you're still with me, I'm going to check Georgia to Miami. Hopefully you're still with us. And did I ever get the length on that C-Class? No, but I got the fuel economy, and I got all kinds of articles and marketing, and no, I can't have the length, though. Oh, wait, here we go, specs. But I know, customers don't need... Here we go. Wow, 184, no joke. 184. Thank you, Central Dispatch. It was actually correct. And I know that's not fair, but I was looking at some today and I know it wasn't right. Okay. 184. Go ahead and pull up our calculator here. Got to have a calculator. 184 divided by 12 inches. So it's 15 foot, which is pretty cool. So if I had, let's say I had those two trucks, 20 foot, 20 foot, I'm at 55. Ooh, man. That's going to be a problem. Got a small SUV heading from Dallas to Tampa. Let's see. Oh, here. Bring my camera back here. So they do have another load, but it's not the same route. Not sure that works. Please let me know. Please let me know if you get more to AL. Okay. What else we got here? The guy with the trucks. No. No. So he might be checking to see if they do have more money on those. I mean, I don't know. It's pretty good. Oh, cool. 10,000 truck, 10,000 trailer with 20,000 cars. You'll be overweight. Yeah. Mevo, a lot here in Georgia. You can haul it, but if you have an accident, you'll be in trouble. Oh, man. I knew a guy that, oh, man. He flipped his trailer. That is a nightmare. Just hearing that. Oh, man. And there's some YouTube videos, or, there's some gnarly YouTube videos of everything, but, yeah, flip a trailer, and, I think you want to have a CDL. If you're on the road, if you're a driver, I think that most drivers would say, if you're going to be serious, get your CDL, because you're constantly going to be dealing with weight. It seems like you're going to always be on the verge of being overweight, or you can't get the loads that are going to make you the money you need to sustain business. God help you if the DOT gets a hold of you and there's a problem. So, yeah, I would say, if you're starting up, haul the cars you can, and then just from day one start working on your CDL. That'd be my advice. But I'm not a driver. I've never driven. I've never loaded. I'd like to try and load a car. Maybe I don't want to drive it up on the trailer, up on the, I don't want to do that either. Actually, I don't want to load a trailer. But I'm fascinated when I see it, and it's quite an amazing process. In fact, one guy told me at a truck stop that people in the freight world have a lot of respect for car haulers because of just the level of that extra level of work that it takes and care that it takes, and that's pretty cool. And when I'm driving down the road now, like I'll get my cell phone out and start recording car haulers. It is pretty funny. So, all right, well, listen, guys, we only have a few minutes left here. I want to thank you for tuning in to the first live Car Hauling Dispatcher Tuesday Night Live. I'm impressed that I was able to hang on to viewers the whole time. That surprises me. I didn't expect that. I watched some of the others. There's many trucking YouTube channels, but I don't think there's many car hauling YouTube channels. So I feel lucky that I got here early. And I want to try and keep it that way. I mean, there's some other car haulers, but they don't seem to be posting recent videos, or but if there's, I like to see other car haulers posting and their channels and their education and their information. So always feel free. You can send me an email, autotransportintel@gmail.com. I like getting random information, If you want me to check on a load, you know what? We never checked. I wonder if we have a couple minutes. Let's go ahead and see if we can check Georgia to Florida real quick and see if we can get a nugget of information for Mevo. All right, let's go ahead and open another window. So we just came in the office, and you know we're late. We're scrambling for loads, and the boss is coming in. We're gonna have an office meeting. We used to have driver meetings every morning, talk about our drivers. That was interesting. Working in a steam room of dispatchers, man, that was interesting. That really was. Let's do 1 through all. I don't know what size trailer you have, Mevo. Unless are you the one asking about 3 to 5? Yeah, okay. 4 so you got a max of 5? Okay. Let's do, so 5, let's go back to the 35 cents a mile, because we're here to make money, right? We know 50 cents a mile is the average, but we also know that if you get to a 5 car, you know, you might be down at $2 a mile rather than $2.50. Tifton, that's pretty cool. Where in Miami, or where in Florida you headed to, Mevo? Let's see, Georgia City, Florida City, and while I'm waiting for that information, and I do want to say this too, is that, you know, when you are when you're talking to your buddies tomorrow, tell them about car hauling dispatcher, auto transport intel. I'm really curious where this can go. Well, Rhode Island's calling me. Didn't I get a call from Rhode Island earlier? This is Jay. Hey, what's going on? Well, you know what's interesting is the good news is we're actually hauling for you guys right now. I've got a load with Eric. I talked to Tony yesterday. So without getting into that, because I mean I've only got a minute, but I wanted to take your call. Is that how many units? It's just a 3-car wedge. Can you do 3? Okay. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I guess that's an option. I mean, I'll recommend it to the driver as a possibility. I don't think he wants to do that because he was looking at a truck, kind of not headed in that direction. So I mean, I got to run the options past him and let him make the decision. Okay. Well, that's cool, man. I do appreciate that. And if you do get more on that Tuscaloosa route, let me know. Well, and that's the thing is, if I could get to Atlanta, if I could get 3 to Atlanta, that's something I would be interested in. I know you don't have anything to Atlanta posted, but if you did, I'd be interested. Cool. All right. Well, we'll be empty at the end of the day tomorrow, so let me know if that works out. Cool, man. Cool. Thanks for the call. I appreciate it. All right. You take care. All right. Later. All right. Bye. All right. Well, it turns out, I mean, I wasn't really interested in what he had to say, but, you know, he made his case, I made mine, and, I mean, that's cool. I'm glad he called. That is cool. Oh, man, we're running over. That's crazy. We'll go for a few more minutes. I really want to check for Mevo. Oh man, everybody's talking about, that's so cool. Everybody, well, not everybody, a few people are talking about the weight restrictions and specifications. It is a lot to keep track of, can be. And it's very specific. I did talk to a compliance guy. I talked to this awesome compliance guy. While you guys are talking about it, check this guy out. Motorcarrieronline.com. I think his name is Rick. Now, he works with drivers that are facing audits, so he's more of a follow-up phone call. I mean, you can call and ask for, you can email him. He gave me a lot of great information. This guy's awesome. I don't see his name on here, but I think it's Rick. But anyways, this is a great, this could be a great resource. And if you find yourself in a jam or you want to avoid a jam, you can check him out and just make sure you know these numbers. Thank you, David. Thank you, Dixon, for chiming in to help save a driver a horrible day at the DOT, right? Man, for sure. Nobody wants that, man. Watch some of those YouTube videos, man. They're freaky. Let's see here. Atlanta to Miami. Atlanta to Miami. All right. I mean, I wouldn't go below 40 cents a mile. I know that. I think if you watch, I would go to Orlando. Let's talk about the map of Florida for a second. I wouldn't go to Miami unless you need to. I feel like Miami kind of catches you. You know, you get caught. It's like, I don't need an analogy, but I feel like you get stuck down in Miami. It's like they pull you in. It's like Carlito's Way, right? They pull you in. They just keep pulling you back in. And once they got you there, to get out, it just doesn't pay. It's you know, you have to get really creative and be quick. In fact, at times to get out of Miami, I would just deadhead over to Naples or Fort Myers and then head north. Now, I don't know if things have changed with, you know, what happened with Hurricane Irma and Maria, but that's the way it used to be, is that I would just try and get over to the west side to get back out. But I like Mannheim, Orlando, all the way down to Tampa. Yeah, I think maybe the Mannheim or the Odessa was in Lakeland, but this is a good area right here. And then you can find those cars sitting out here that pay extra. I would try not to go south of Port St. Lucie or Port Charlotte. I would try to stay up there so that I had several options to get back out of Florida. Because again, Florida's like Texas and, I'm going to say it now, California. It's weird. What you'd think with all the emissions and laws in California that cars would pay good, not the case. Not the case. You get out to California and I don't know what it is. I don't know. I've heard there's a lot of truckers, that there's a lot of competition for loads, but some of those states are hard. Okay, Georgia to Orlando. Yeah, I would check that out. All right, let's just check it. This will be our last search of the night. Let's check. Okay, there's Atlanta to Orlando. See, look at that. Now, that's a new car. What I would do also, every time you call, dang it, the dark screen. Every time you call a broker, oh man, and then the square comes back. Every time you call a broker, if you're a 4 or 5 car, always ask if they have more. It's amazing how often that's worked. Oh yeah, no, I do have another one. Or I'll have another one tomorrow. Or he's still at the auction, he's not done buying. always ask that. That can help you out. So like with that Tiguan, that 2018, I mean, that must be a dealership car, or something. So there's a good chance, that either, what is it, Alpharetta, what is that, the Mannheim? And I've done that too. You want to know what a pickup location is? 309 Auto Auction. Let's see here. Okay, maybe not. So maybe it's a dealership. And also when you're looking at when you're looking in cities like Atlanta, see if you can figure out, if you can't get a hold of the broker, if you can figure out what kind of pickup locations those are, because like Atlanta, with the traffic and it's pretty spread out, it helps to understand what kind of pickup locations you're dealing with, so you can make all your pickups in a day and not run into day 2 of pickups. It's the worst. So all right, guys, listen, man, this has been awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in to Auto Transport Intel Car Hauling Dispatcher Tuesday Night Live. I'm going to try and do it again next week and hopefully every week. And I've enjoyed it too. I've enjoyed the chat comments. And yeah, you know what? It's cool seeing people connecting for the first time through chat, helping each other. In auto transport, it seems like we can never get enough help. So maybe that's why I'm doing this show. I don't know. I'm a dispatcher. So hopefully I'll get some merch. Please tell other car haulers to subscribe. Please keep liking the videos. And I'm pretty sure when this live stream ends, it'll be archived and go into the video manager. And I've got a new video. I'm almost done editing my interview from last week with a broker. It's actually pretty cool. It's about car hauling software, which is one of my favorite topics. That'll be coming out later this week. And then hopefully next week I get to this ELD up here and we'll unbox that thing and stick it in the car. So, all right, thanks for your support. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to end this stream. Let's see if I can do it. I'm not sure how to do that. Let's see, what do I hit? Stop? Well, I'm using Open Broadcaster, so I think what's going to happen is... Cool, man. Nesto, all right. I think that I've just hit this stop streaming button. Let's see, let me get my cursor over there. Okay, I'm hovering stop streaming, so I'm saying goodbye. You have a good night. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you soon. Peace.